tap with me for when you feel like comparison has like, ooh. I know you know that feeling. All right, I'm going to pull a card from my deck. It's my belief balance deck. We're going to pull a card. We're going to clear comparison. We're going to help you come back into this moment, into your power, into the remembrance of your gifts and your greatness and your genius. I could keep going, but let's just start. So there you go. Embarrassed. Yes, let's clear that. Completion. Completion and everything that the energy of completion means for you. Completing a stress cycle, completing a thought loop, completing even like closing a loop, something that keeps bugging you, something you keep going back to, completing that, putting it to the side, moving on. Love it. So embarrassed, clearing away, completion, clearing away. Also, let's just talk really briefly. Embarrassed is in the governing meridian. Governing is about our integrity, our values. It's about standing, like feeling like you can sit up tall and releasing the weight of the world off your shoulders. Comparison is heavy. It's weighty. Like, I'm going to cross that out as I say it in case it's already started to shift from this video, which is possible. Kidding. I mean, not kidding, but you know what I mean. So that's what we're tapping into. Governing energy of integrity, values, standing tall, standing in your truth. So good. And completion is in the energy of metal and large intestine, which is very much about finding the gem, finding the gold in the dirt, finding, I always think when I describe metal, I think of in year 5 I grew up in Sydney, and we went to a place called Bathurst it's like where one of the first gold rushes were. I don't know, listen, I wasn't listening very much, but we had to get like a little sieve thing and go to a little creek where they planted fake gold, and we had to dig this thing into like muddy water and shake it like that and hope that you were one of the kids who got the fake gold that had been planted there by the teachers that morning. But that's the energy of metal. Releasing the dirt, the debris, the junk, the gunk, the stuff you don't need to keep the gem, to keep the gold, to keep the lesson, to keep the meaning, to keep the purpose. And large intestine is like release. What do we need to release? What do we need to let go of? And that's the energy of completion. So good. Take a breath with me. And let's do some beautiful tapping to clear comparison, clear feeling embarrassed for whatever reason. It could be shame as well. And step into the energy of completion. So taking a deep breath in and out. Tapping on the side of your hand. Even though I have felt really embarrassed, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though embarrassed is the top level, but underneath that, I can feel some deep shame. And I feel guided to say you might feel a lot of emotion when I say that, and please trust yourself to feel safe in feeling that and knowing it's being held and released in this session. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Because this comparison, it's looping. And I'm ready to complete it and to release it. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All of this comparison, it's like this rush and swirl in my body and system. I can feel it. It's almost like it's constantly moving. Maybe it's trying to find its place. Maybe it's trying to find a foothold. Something to give it a steady ground. Something to give it a leg up. The thing is, I will never give myself a leg up from comparison energy. A headache, maybe. Stress and pain in my heart, sure. There's no leg up from comparison. In fact, it's almost doing the opposite for me right now. Comparison is stopping me from moving forward, halting me from moving upwards. And guess what? I get to release that. Every comparison story has a purpose. There's a pivotal moment when what feels like it was the biggest block becomes the deepest flow. And I'm ready for that moment. Yes, it's me writing the story, but until this very moment, I kind of forgot that. Because that's the trick of comparison. It puts my power in other people's hands. Or at least the perception of my power. And so I call that back right now. I call back my perception of where my power is, of where I think other people are in relation to me. I call it all back to me now. And as I do, I can feel my body resetting and really take notice of how you feel. I feel that swirly, whirly comparison start to drop down. I feel it settling. So I'm going to take 3 deep breaths here to allow it to integrate even more deeply. 1 deep breath. A 2nd deep breath. A 3rd deep breath. And now I'm going to just pause us for a moment because that's just what's coming through. Could you please take one hand, pop it on your forehead. It's emotional stress release points. The other hand, I'm going to give you 3 options. Either back of your head to support the emotional stress release, or heart, or anywhere like tummy, abdomen. You're going to go with what feels right for you. And we're not finished the tapping, but we're just going to do a little momentary kinesiology / NLP process to integrate because that's what dropped in. So closing your eyes for a moment and noticing the shift that came through or into or around your body so far. And see if you can find the last little bit where there's some comparison sitting in your body. Maybe just outside your body. And without any judgment, or if any feelings come up, trying to not judge the feeling, you're going to ask this comparison, what would you have me know? What would you have me know? I just listen to it. And then you're going to ask the comparison, what would you have me do? That's it. What would you have me do? And I can feel a bit of a heart race there. Maybe it's something that you didn't expect, where you're like, what? It was that simple? You want me to do what? But just receiving that. What would you have me know? What would you have me do? You can switch your arms. If, like me, your hand gets tired, you can hold like this as well. And now I'd love for you to ask your comparison. What do you need from me to be fully released, integrated, and healed? What do you need from me to be fully released, integrated, and healed? And take a breath and see if you can just do that little, maybe there's just one little thing that it wants you to do right now. Or maybe once it's explained this to you, you can feel and see and shift it out of your body, out of your system. By visualizing a beautiful light. Maybe you get like a little broom or a big broom and you like sweep it away. Maybe just with your breath, it dissolves. And then just taking a deep breath in and out, thanking your body, your system, thanking the comparison for this beautiful information you've received. You can open your eyes, and if you want to pause me for a moment to jot anything down, you can. And we're going to go on. Now, I don't remember what point I was tapping, so we're just going to go from this kidney point. Just release some fear, stress, anxiety, whatever might be around there. So we're just going to carry on from here. Forgive me if you're like, it's the other point. Everyone's shouting at the screen. So taking a deep breath in. Now that I've made friends with my comparison, wow, could it be said that I just completed part of that? I'm not holding on to it anymore. And because I'm not holding on to it anymore, I'm not holding on to the embarrassment of it anymore either. Nor the shame, nor the stress, nor the pain. I can feel it has completely whooshed, you can use any word you want there, I like whooshed, out of my system. Because did you know I'm really good at that? I don't know if you know, but I'm really good at feeling and processing my emotions, feeling and processing my fears. And really, that's what comparison is. Sometimes we make it out like it's this huge block. What if it was just a thought? Or what if it was simply a feeling, an emotion, a kind of fear? What if I didn't have to take it at its word, but I could shift its energy, which shifts its meaning, and then I could shift that meaning right out of my field? What if it gets to be so much easier now? What if instead of the energy I was investing into comparison, I can now invest into creating, into receiving, into being so visible, I'm blinding. Get those sunnies ready. You've seen nothing yet. I mean, you've seen so much, but just you wait. Because I don't need to carry comparison energy anymore. I can transmute the energy of comparison into the energy of completion. I can take that metal energy, the gem, and that gem energy carries me forward. Because what is meant for me will not pass me by. I believe that wholeheartedly. Sometimes things don't happen on my timeline. Hashtag stop my foot. But what if I'm being protected in that as well? What if I can deeply trust the or something better energy? In fact, I think that's what I'm doing right now. Comparison does not feel good, but it can do good. And that's exactly what I'm here for. I'm here to do so much good, extend so much good, and receive so much good from my natural state, from my purest power, with so much ease, or something even better. So taking a deep breath in and out, and just feel your feelings, feeling this energy, this shift. It's such a good feeling. And check your notes, checks notes. See what you wrote from that little process that we did mid-tap. Share with me in the comments what came through. I'm actually so curious. Share with me if you want. And come back and do this whenever you want. Take your energy of comparison and be like, what am I going to turn you into today? If you want more support, you can check out my book, You Are Enough. I have 3 books. This one specifically talks a lot about comparison. self-worth, trusting yourself, following your own path. And I really hope that you can take what was feeling really stuck and gritty and feel how we've opened it up now, or you've opened it up now, and tap into the flow that you've created from this beautiful session that you just took yourself through.